Alison, we heard there that 100 homes and businesses were evacuated. A tough night ahead for those people, but generally, how are Queanbeyan people handling the situation?
Well, they're a pretty stoic bunch, I must say, having spent the day in town. As we heard Julie mention, there have been 10 rescues by the SAS and about 100 mainly precautionary evacuations. And those people will be spending the night in evacuation centres in Queanbeyan tonight. But really, most people have been coping remarkably well. Yes, there are businesses closed, and obviously there will be a big clean-up operation and a big clean-up bill ahead. But a lot of people in Queanbeyan, to be perfectly honest, have been taking advantage of a rare day off school, a rare day off work, and have just been enjoying the spectacle. And Ben Lisson has been around the town today finding out about that.
The water came in a hurry, and the sudden onslaught caught many off guard. For most residents of Queanbeyan, it was a shock. For others, it was a disaster.
It would have got into all the electrical, and once it gets into all the electrical, most of the cars these days are all on computers, it would have absolutely buggered everything.
With power cut and roads closed, residents lined the water's edge to witness the river breaking a path through the city. Some made the most of it, but sports grounds, playgrounds and parks were inundated. In low-lying areas near the centre of town, whole streets were underwater.
Practically while we were watching, the bottom end of the street down there started to go underwater. And then by the time I came and checked a bit later, they'd put a barricade off, so we couldn't actually drive out through the bottom of our street.
There were no cars driving on these roads. Instead, debris from upstream rushed through the submerged streets. Emergency crews were using any means necessary to help those in danger zones. A pregnant woman who was stranded was airlifted to the Canberra hospital, one of many people evacuated.
We're ready to go and moved everything and took all the stuff we needed.
We put in a ute, a couple of clothes.
Yeah, and we're ready to go basically, yeah.
Today, Queanbeyan residents heard the flood siren for the first time in years, sounding out over a shocked community. They were told to prepare for a once-in-20-year flood, but many say they've never seen anything like this.
People would mock me and say, oh, you're being a real worrywart, the flood's never going to come that high. And I just rang one of them now and I said, I told you so.
There's really nothing else I can do and hope the insurance will pay.
Despite receding water lines, the problems for many here have only just begun. Ben Lisson, ABC News, Queanbeyan.